Hello, Year 3. I hope you are having a lovely day. So this afternoon, I shall be doing some DT with you. So we're going to be building on some of the bits that we learnt and some of the activities that we did during our WOW day. So let me share my screen. Oh, perfect. There we go. Okay, so here we've got your WALT and your date. So today is the Monday, the 18th of January in 2021. Can't believe it's the 18th already. My, how the month is flying. And our WALT today is sort food into categories. Now, you did some of this last week with Mr. Banwell, and I'm hoping that we can see if we can build on that a little bit today. So take a moment to write your WALT and your date down. You can pause the video if you'd like to, that's absolutely fine. And then once you're ready, we can resume. Hopefully you've written in your WALT and your date now. And I'd like you to have a think about these two questions. Can you remember any of the food categories we discussed on our WOW day? And can you remember which foods belong in which group? Now, if you've got an adult with you, you could tell them your answers, or you can just jot them down on a piece of paper. That is absolutely fine. You can pause the video and take a moment to do that. Just give yourself 30 seconds to a minute to just write a few things down and then just resume the video. All right. So on our WOW day, you began looking at where our food comes from. We're going to be looking at how to categorize these types of foods. So take a moment again. What categories do you already know? You can write these down on a piece of paper again, or you can tell your grown-up or anybody else who is in the room with you. You can pause the video again, just to give yourselves a bit of time to write them down and then restart it once you've written down as many as you can possibly remember. All right. So hopefully you've now written some things down or you've told an adult. So let's have a look. You can give yourselves a pat on the back or you can give yourselves a thumb up every time you get one of these I'm about to uncover. Let's see what we've got. We have got fruits and vegetables. Give yourselves a thumb up if you've got fruits and vegetables. We've got carbohydrates. We have protein. Wonder how many thumbs up you've given yourselves so far. And we've also got dairy. And the last one is oils and fats. Now, I wonder if you can think of any foods that go into these categories. If you got all 5 of those, give yourselves a massive thumbs up. You can give yourselves a marshmallow clap. Love a marshmallow clap. Brilliant. And let's move on to our next slide. Okay, so this is your plate I've got on the screen here. And this plate has been divided up into different amounts. Now, I wonder whether you could have a think, or you could tell a grown-up, why do you think the plate has been chopped up into these different places? And which food category is going to go into which colour? I'd like you to pause the video for a second and just spend 20 seconds having a think about where fruit and vegetables might go, protein, dairy, carbohydrates, oils and fats. Now that you've had a little think, we're going to move on to our next page. Now this next page, this is how I would like you to set it up on your page. So I'd like you to have the date at the top, just as we normally would in the classroom, and your WALT, sort food into categories. Now, please, please, please think about your handwriting because you are all doing so well with your handwriting. I'd be really, really excited to see that you're keeping that going in your home learning journey. So I've drawn around something that I could find circular. If you've got something, that's brilliant. If not, just do your absolute best to get a nice, neat circle. Now you can see that there is a line that goes straight down the middle of your circle. which is really nice and easy. You can make sure you use a ruler for that, please. Let's keep it nice and neat. So a nice splitting our circle into a half, and then you can draw in those last 3 lines. You can pause the video here if you need a bit of time to catch up. Once you've drawn your circle, I'd like you to, in pencil, I think first, have a go at where you think these categories are going to go. So you can pause the video here again if you'd like to. Once you've drawn your plate, let's have a look. Let's see whether you've got those categories in the right place. So the big green category, that's your fruit and your vegetables. So that's what you should have the most of on your plate. The other side, which is about the same amount, is your carbohydrates. So that's all things like pastas and crisps. Okay. Then we've got dairy and protein at the bottom. And that last little slither is our oils and fats. So you can pause the video here and make sure you've got your categories in the right places. And then we'll move on to our next activity. Okay, this is your Go Deep. This is your main activity for today. I would like you to draw on your plate as many different types of food within the correct categories. So for example, on the screen here, we've got fish and chips, we've got steak, pasta, egg, and cucumber. Now, have a little think. Where do you think steak might go? Would it go in fruit and vegetables, carbohydrates, oils and fats, dairy, or protein? If you said protein, give yourself a pat on the back. You are absolutely right. Protein is a type of steak. Or sorry, steak is a protein. What about pasta? Where would we put pasta? If you said pasta would go in carbohydrates, give yourself a pat on the back. You are absolutely right. So what I would like you to do now, you can pause the video. I'd like you to sort these types of food that are on the screen, the fish and chips, the steak, the pasta, the cucumber, the egg, onto our plate. And I'd like you to really have a go at thinking about some other types of food. Maybe you could think of your favorite food. If I was to do my favorite food, I think it would be strawberries. Now, if I was going to do strawberries, I would put strawberries in the fruit and vegetables. I'd like you to think of your own favorite food and maybe some others. If you feel up to it, that would be fantastic. And see if you can place them on your plate. You can pause the video here and do that. Now, hopefully, you have sorted your foods into your categories. And for your Go Deeper, I would like you to write a few sentences explaining why you think sections are not equal. So why is it that we have a big fruit and vegetables patch and a big carbohydrates patch, but the oils and fats is really small? Why is it that we need more or less of certain foods? Now, on the next slide, let me just pull it up for you. I have shown you how I would like you to set this out, and I have included some sentence starters for you. So the first sentence starter I've given you is, I think the sections are not equal because, and then you can finish that sentence. Okay, and there are 2 more on there that I would like you to have a go at. So that is your main activity for today. I hope you enjoy doing it, and I cannot wait to see your work on the Class Dojo. Take care, everybody. Bye.